Hi, and welcome back to picoCTF2018. And today we have reached problem number 24, the admin panel for 150 points. And it's once again under the category forensics, and I believe that would be number 6. So the problem here is we captured some traffic logging into the admin panel. Can you find the password? And of course, while we're at it, let's take a look at the hints here. Okay, tools like Wireshark are pretty good for analyzing PCAP files. Now, Wireshark is a packet analyzer. It's used for a lot of things, including troubleshooting networks. And the PCAP file is it's a capture file saved in a special format that some programs understand, which of course includes Wireshark. So you capture network traffic with Wireshark, and you can open a PCAP file in Wireshark to look at the captured traffic. Now that makes sense, right? But one thing I want you to actually look at here is before we open any file, it says traffic logging into the admin panel. So logging into is kind of like a tip here. So let's save this traffic file. Now Wireshark you can download for free, both Windows and Linux, most likely also for Macintosh. And there are a lot of manuals online for Wireshark. It's a good program to know something about. You don't need to open it in the Linux terminal, but if you do, all you have to write is Wireshark and press enter. When you start up Wireshark for the first time, don't let all of this confuse you. All you have to do right now is to actually open that file which we saved in our downloads folder, data pcap, and open it. Now we're going to start looking at what this actually says here. We are not going to go through everything here, but this is captured traffic, right? So we have the IP addresses here, the source where it's going from to the destination. And what you can see here is that this is a local network because you have no outside IP addresses here at all. And it's really just two computers, client server, talking to each other, because you have 128 talking to 129, 129 is talking to 128, and I think that's about it when it comes to computers involved here. You have TCP here as a protocol. That's a transmission control protocol. You probably heard about it as TCP IP. HTTP, that's an application protocol, runs on top of the TCP IP stack. And here you have the length of the transmission and the information about it, which could be very interesting. And that's about it on this. We're not going to discuss everything else here. My screen is limited in size because I'm making this video, but if you open this file on your own computer, this info line, you're going to see the whole thing. Even if I move it over, I still can't see everything here because of making this video. But when you do see the whole line, the answer to the problem comes almost immediately. But before we get that far, we're going to take a look at a few things here. ARP, that's the address resolution protocol. So they're using VMware here. Number 17 is a login, and let's take a look at that. Double click on it, and you can see here at the bottom that you have user equals Jimmy, password equals password with a 0 here instead of a O. So you can see a little bit of information. And we had a problem before here with the cookies, and we have actually example of that here in a logout, and you can see here cookie and admin equals false. So there are things that go on to other missions that you can follow. But what we are after actually is another login attempt here, and this is where you can't see it because of the line here. But on number 68 here, you also have a login. You can't see it on the line, but what it actually says is packet size limited during capture, which was kind of like a little bit odd. And when you look down here, you actually have the flag. So we have found the flag here. So this problem was a lot easier than it could have been, but it's your first try in Wireshark if you've never used it before. So there isn't really much more to say about this problem, but read up on Wireshark. It's used a lot in the industry, and very much so in capture the flag. And remember, when it says traffic logging into, we already had the clue that it had to do with a login. So let's submit, and we have solved one more problem. Okay, until next time.